Did you know? Trust Fintech's advanced GST compliance software, designed to reconcile the ITC up to 97%, accurately eliminating the challenges of manual Excel reconciliation of IMS versus to be versus purchase register. Trust Fintech's innovative GST compliance software will deliver the reconciliation results into 20+ buckets versus 4 to 5 buckets of average of what peers provide. Trust Fintech tool is also designed to help you stay ahead. It analyzes your own GST filed data to assess the potential of future GST notices. This allows you to take necessary actions in advance and prevent such notices from occurring. Trust Fintech is one of the most affordable GST compliance solution. ISO 9001 to 7001 and ACMMI Level 5 certified company, with the global footprints of 25+ countries. We are committed to make your GST compliance simpler, smarter, affordable and efficient. Thank you for watching. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mahesh, and on behalf of Trust Fintech Limited, I welcome you all to today's webinar on SoftGST. Today, we will see how SoftGST helps make GST work easier, improves accuracy, and helps you get better input tax credit. We are happy to have Sandhya ma'am and Nitin sir with us today. Sandhya ma'am is the Director, SoftGST Elite, and Nitin sir is the General Marketing Manager at Trust Fintech Limited. They will guide us through today's session. Thank you. Sandhya ma'am and Nitin sir, over to you.
Yeah, so is English is okay, or shall we continue on Hindi or Marathi?
Both, sir.
Okay, fine, sure. To all of you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
very
this
well.
is so SoftGST is our main proprietary product. This is a complete product, or we can say it's a product which gives end-to-end GST compliance related all the activities, right from preparation. In fact, before preparation, verification of the data, then preparation, the compliance as per the GSTN norms and the formats, and post compliance preparation, its return filing platform is also available on the same solution. So that's way it's an end-to-end solution from compliance preparation to return filing activity, right? And completely it's a browser-based application. Now I'm logging into the application. Application takes care of, as I said, like all the activities including like data verification and the compliance preparation, and it support multi-company and multi-GST number. So initially on a login itself, page itself, we have an option while logging into the application that for which GSTN or which company you would like to do the activities, right? So once you select it, whatever process that we need to proceed, that will be only specific to that company and for that particular GST number, right? Now, as I said again, it's cover end to end. So all GST or GST related activities also. So core activity is the GST returns preparation, but then along with the GST return preparation, some other activities like e-invoicing, e-way bill. So that initiation, that generation process is also given because those are the correlated with the GST. So these also you can manage into the same platform, into the same application. Now we have majorly, since we are mainly into the banking sector, so in a banking sector also the specific things which is required for GST and GST compliance related. So those also we have incorporated in our application, and in any general enterprise their activities also we have incorporated. So it's a combination for both, I mean, type of GST and taxpayer, right? So for a banking specifically, some few specific thing like NPCI related transactions that need to be import and report into the GSTR 1 as well as on the GSTR 3B also. and ITC also impact this NPCI related transaction. So those are the specific things which is typically required into the banking. And secondly, the ITC computation, because in a banking sector, the ITC computation is applicable only 50%. So that is configurable. And in general, any other enterprise level, we are taking 100% of the ITC. So these things are already configurable in a application, right? So let me start with a GST process, that is a GSTR 1 and GSTR 3B. Now depend upon again, if suppose you have a multi multi-state presence, if you have a multi-state GSTR number, then in that case we have an option GSTR 6 for ISD. And in case if it is a we say the public sector unit, then GST TDS related return is also there. So all return GSTR 1, 3B, 6, 7, and finally the annual return, that is GSTR 9. So that is also been completely cover up in our application. So most important part is first data, required data to prepare a compliance. So for a GSTR 1, now for a GSTR 1, multiple approach are there. One is in case of banking, then there are a different type of data which is required to prepare a GSTR 1. So in case of typically, if I'm asking about the banking sector, then in the banking sector, they have a multi-source of data which has been incorporated in GSTR 1. One is their the data from their CBS system. Secondly, as I said, NPCI. So NPCI transactions, that is also been incorporated into the GSTR 1. And apart from this, some additional miscellaneous income related transactions also been reported into the GSTR 1. So this is a typical story for the GS banking sector. But in case of any enterprise or I mean any business area, so there entire sales register will be required to be reported in the GSTR 1. So we have, as I said, we have a multiple approach. Main is either you can provide me data in exactly in my template, or else you have provision in your system from where you are exporting the data in Excel format. So that Excel format also we can configure with the help of mapper, and this mapper helps you to map the file format which you have exported from your legacy system, whichever you are using, and that need to be import here. So here we have given the mapper system so that we can just identify, we can just map those fields, right? So mapper provision is the best provision. By using this mapper provision, this data import activity will be very smoother. It's a one-time activity. So one time if we properly configure, if we properly map the file, then here onward, just we need to import the file as it is, right? So mapping in the mapping section, all the mandatorily required fields are shown on the first block, that is the required fields. Means these information is mandatorily required, so you have to be very sure that whenever you export the data from your legacy system, at least data against this much number of fields which we have indicated here as a mandatory or the required fields, those information, those data is there in your file also. But apart from that, as additional information, optional fields are also given, which is shown in the bottom box, right? So the required fields, once you have here one by one, you just map it. You just click on the drill down of each and every individual fields and map it the where exactly that information is available in your field, sorry, in your file. So this way you can map both the files, and once the map file is get mapped, then import activity will be carried over. Now, in case if you are having multiple GSTN number for which you are importing a data, so in a one stroke, you can just, I mean, one by one, you can just import the data GSTN number wise, and entire data will be summarized here. Now, while after importing, there is a verification activity taken care by our system. Now, what type of verification system internally do while doing this import activity? So mainly it will check the data which we receiving through this file is right as per the tax period. That is one thing. Second thing, whatever mandatorily field that we have already mentioned, even though the data is there, but those data is logically correct or not. So these kind of verification internally system will take care while doing this import activity. But in case if there is any error records are there. So those will be, identified by the system, and it will indicate you in a rejected summary way. Why system has rejected? Because there is, as per the system, those data is not incorrect, logically not incorrect. So that's why system has rejected those number of data. So here the multiple column options are there, that how many total import, how many total records are there while importing the file, and out of that, how many are been rejected, right? So this way you have, you will get the summary also. Similarly, even this import activity also you may perform, multiple times also, so that also been properly get managed into the system. So this is the first very important activity. This is common for any type industry vertical. I mean, it's a plain simple sales register import activity, right? So this is for typically, non-banking industry. But in case of banking industry, this activity need to be performed in a different way to import this GSTR one related data. So one is from their CBS system. So we have the provision to import the data from CBS to our system. That is a one category or one type of data. Similarly, the NPCI. So for NPCI also, we have the option here given, which is required for the banks. So month wise and channel wise. In from NPCI also, we got channel wise data. So that channel, you have to select the channel, tax period, and do simply import that file which you received from NPCI. So that way your acquired data mainly. This is called the acquired data, which represent the sales data. So that will be get imported into the system. And after this, any type of miscellaneous income for booking the miscellaneous income, we have manual option is also given, where we are generating the invoice, and those in income is also get registered into the system. So this way we are importing the data for banking sector. Otherwise, in a other industry, simple sales register we can import with the help of mapper. So entire outward file, or we can say like outward data, is now ready. So we can proceed for the GSTR one. So as already like system has verified the logically all the data, and once the data has been verified, once the data has been completely checked by the system. So system has here first generate the GSTR summary, you can say, and which is segregated mainly the main section wise, like B2B, B2CS, then nil rated, export, credit notes, right? So all this category wise system has already segregate the data. And here you have as per that segregation section wise, you have the counts, their total figures also. If you want to see the details, so we have the option, like if you click here, you will get the details also. So which specific records which comes under that particular section. So here you will get all transactions, all records one by one in this tabular form, right? So summary has been here. So with the summary also, you can cross verify with your GL reports, or any sales register, any such type of reports. From there, we can verify also that total which is after import into the system and segregated by the SoftGST system, their summation has been matched with your reports or not, right? So this way you can verify the uh, sorry, yeah. So once the data has been imported into the system, system has properly segregated into the section wise also, and our GSTR one compliances get ready. So just, I mean, this GSTN wise, or I mean, even this section wise, we have presented here so that we can cross verify with our inputs also. If it is perfectly match, if it has been perfectly okay, so we can move for the upload activity, data upload activity, and return filing activity. So for data upload, since the system, this platform is, connected with the GSTN server. So entire this data, which comprise like B2B, B2CS, your credit notes, every even like doc issued, HSN, SSC summary, all this will be available here to upload on the GSTN site. So you need to just select the tax period month at the GST section and simply click on the save GSTN. So once you click on the save GSTN, the payload of the data is already on your screen. So you just click on the save to GSTN. That itself means you are uploading the data on the GSTN server. So no need to like log in on the GSTN like portal, or then like export the data from here and then upload the data over there. Nothing. You will get direct, option direct connectivity with the GSTN. So your GSTN is connected here and you are uploading the GSTR1 related all the data. We are just uploading the records, all records, and post this data upload. The next activity is the return filing. Once the entire data for that specific tax period month is get uploaded, then we come into the return filing. And here, since now we are on a next step, that is the return filing stage. So since it's the return filing stage, that's why the digital signature is the another very important point. So we again select the tax period month, generating the payload, and post that the configured your digital signature option, whether you are using like e-signer or dongle, anything that we can configure also into the system, so that automatically the signature will be get fetch and that will be attached with your return. And from here, your return filing activity will be get completed once you click on this file return option. So first stage is the data uploading, and then second stage is the return filing. This way your GSTR1 will be completed. And this is common for both the, I mean, whether it's the banking or non-banking industry. We require basically outward transactions. Only in case of banking, outward transactions are receiving from multiple sources. So all source data import process is already given. And in case of non-banking industry, entire sales register will be get easily import through the mapper into the system. And based on that, the entire this GSTR1 summary and compliance will be get validated and verified.
maybe bulk GST validation check currently. To get the GST status.
Yeah. In fact, we always recommend that before proceeding either GSTR1 or even your purchase activity also, but mainly for the GSTR1 mainly. Always you can verify the available data, mainly the GSTN number. So suppose in a current month you have deal with so many different registered, we can say like B2B customers, right? And there is a possibility, I know it's a rare, but then there is a possibility that they may suddenly get maybe like blacklisted or maybe get surrendered their GST number. Post even like the transaction also there is a possibility. So it is always recommendable that we should always check before upload the data on the GSTN, that entire data which is available, uh, means all the GSTN numbers which is in that data file, whether those are active or inactive. So it's very simple and one click activity. You just need to come in this option, validation option, and just go through it, and I mean select the period, and just verify the things. And once you verify, in case if any GSTN number is uh, suppose inactive or surrendered, then that will be immediately get reported, and this will helps a lot to get the rejection while uploading on the GSTN server. Because in case before without, I mean like this verification, if you upload the data on the GSTN server directly, and suppose any record, any GSTN number is that moment inactive, so that record will be get rejected, and you have to, I mean after I mean after correction, right? For example, like to convert that record or that record holder, I mean that customer from B2B category to B2CS, and then again need to be uploaded. So ultimately, one additional stage need to be processed from our side. To eliminate that effort, the best is that before upload, before data upload, just we can verify the data from the validation, GSTN validation option, and this will ensure that there is no record in the outward transaction of any customer whose GSTN number is currently at that moment inactive or surrendered, right? So that will somehow like that will mainly eliminate the chances of rejection. So that is the main idea behind this, so that we can have a less efforts, and very easily we can complete our GSTR one uploading activity as well as return filing activity. Now, once my GSTR one is get completed, the second part is inward. Now, for inward, again, the options are same. Either we are import the data again through the mapper. So we have the mapper for same similar as we seen in the sales. We have the same mapper system for purchase data also. So we can import the purchase register also. And while importing the purchase register, again, the mapping of all the fields, mandatorily fields are been listed here. So you just ensure that all the purchase data which we are exporting from our legacy system are minimum having this much of fields and this much of information, which shows as a mandatory. So once it is been get mapped, so we can do the import activity, and again the process is same. The entire data will be get import GSTN wise, and out of that, in case if any record there is any error, so that will be get reported in the rejected summary. For example, on a screen also it is showing there are total 3 records. So you can anytime even view that record here on screen also, or you can export in Excel also, if you want to like submit it with the purchase department or from where the data file that you have received, so that they can do the corrections and then resend you the data, right? So for that, like export into the Excel option is also there. Otherwise, you can directly view those error records on a screen itself, so that it will help you. It is help you to like correct those data also and complete your import activity properly. That means entire record which is required to be like processed for the reconciliation and the ITC computation. Basically, we required all the records. So this why this system has identified those records as a error record. We have to correct it and complete this import activity. Now, once the data is imported in a system, we can proceed for the reconciliation, because in the entire this GST compliance, specifically reconciliation is the most important activity for the for basically for ITC point of view also, and properly manage our compliance also. So reconciliation, where all your purchase, which includes mainly the B2B, all B2B purchase and the credit notes also. So that will be get reconciled here. And while reconciling, the main file which is required is the GSTR 2B, because entire all purchase records are already there. We have seen the import facility, and through import, we have import all our purchase records, all our expense record, all our invert records. Now to reconcile this purchase record, where the counter file is the GSTR 2B. So for that we have GSTR 2B import option is also given, because it is connected with a GSTN server. So you will get directly that GSTR 2B file downloaded here in this system, and post that the system will start reconciliation. Now while doing this reconciliation, system has comparative system has checked the purchase records, all the available purchase records with a to be records. So wherever there is an exact match, because there is a standard criteria for the exact match, and that will require the GSTN number to be matched, invoice number, invoice date, taxable value, place of supply, GST amount, and GST head. So these are the fields which is required to be matched in both the file, that means in our purchase as well as in the to be file. So wherever all these parameters, all these fields are matched, those are treated as a exact match. So the out of the total purchase record and the to be record, finally those records which is comes under the exact match category, those are listed over here. So you will get the list of all those exact match. So in general, there is no need to check manually also, because system has properly already identified this exact match. You just finalize your decision to accept those record, and 100%, because system has does first check and mark it as a exact match category. So just reconcile it, just mark it. And now about the remaining records. So now in the remaining record, there are so many different possibilities. One is, in some records, just single any one column has not match, right? So, and that single column may be different. Sometime it may be an invoice number, sometime it may be an invoice date, sometime it may be an invoice value, sometime it may be a taxable value, sometime it may be a place of supply. So any single column where there is a mismatch in between the purchase record and the GSTR 2B, so those has been identified over here, and that system has even clearly indicated with a color also. Here on these three records, you can see there is a mismatch, because I have selected that single column mismatch is the invoice number. So in these three records, the invoice number on your purchase record and the invoice number in the to be are not matching. So sometime maybe a single character, or some special characters are mismatched. So that way system has identified that this record where invoice number in between the to be and purchases not matching, and rest of the things are matched. So again, we are also very sure, due to the data entry error or just a simple typo error, this possibilities, this is a very typical case of the mistake. So and the rest of the fields are since match, so it's our decision whether to accept those as a our record, as well as those as a proper match record. So if we give our decision, even the invoice number is slightly mismatched, but rest all the information is going to be matched. So we are accepted it, and this way we are converting those record into the reconcile record. Clearly match record category, right? So this is single column which helps you to identify one column mismatch, but there is another possibility there. There is a possibility that instead of single, you may have a records where multi-column, more than one column may be not going to match. So this is another bucket where system has identified such records where more than one, so maybe a two or maybe a three, and there in this two also there is a different combination. For example, invoice number and GST head, invoice number and GST amount, invoice number and place of supply, invoice number and taxable value, invoice number and invoice date. So any two out of those seven, any two is not matching in purchase and the to be. So those record also system has identified for you so that you can easily verify it manually and check it. How system has identified invoice number and the invoice date. So there is a mismatch in between the invoice number as well as in the invoice date also. So if those record is also acceptable to you, so just check it and accept those records so that system will, you know, take it those record also in the exact match category or the reconcile category. So now here in this multi-column mismatch also, we have given you the combination of two column as well as even the three column also given. Earlier we seen two column, that is invoice number, invoice date, or invoice number, place of supply, or place of supply and GST head, right? Similarly, invoice number, GST amount, GST head, invoice number, place of supply, GST head. So this way also multi-column, I mean more than two, three column mismatch is also been verified by the system. This is, I mean, this reconciliation and specifically this bucket helps you to reconcile maximum possibility. So in a single column and multi-column mismatch, 99% all the unreconciled transaction will be get settled, right? And even those record which is not been either get settled in single column or multi-column mismatch, then definitely there are so many mismatches in the columns are there. So that's why the another bucket is 100% mismatch, because 2 and 3, the combination of 2 and 3 will cover maximum. So in case if no record is come under these two buckets, then definitely that will goes to the 100% mismatch. So those also you can just check it and reject those record. I mean, that is your choice. The most important bucket over here is the not available in to be, because this is very important for a ITC point of view, because not available in 2B, that means the record is available in on your purchase book. And you know, since the record is available in your purchase book, we have purchased, we have already paid that amount. That means we have already paid the GST component to the supplier or to the vendor. But since it is not available in 2B, we are unable to take a ITC. And in that case, we have to strictly take the follow-up with the supplier or the vendor, that why those record are not, displayed on the 2B. That clearly means that supplier has not uploaded that record on the on his GSTR one. That is the one possibility. Or the second possibility, maybe he has enter wrong your GSTR number incorrect. So that is the another possibility. But the main possibility is that by any mistake, the record was not uploaded by your supplier. So what we did here is such record, I mean, where the purchase records are available, but their counter record is not available in 2B. Such record we have displayed here GSTN, means supplier GSTN wise, so that it will group you in case in a same tax period month, if you had multiple purchase from the same vendor, from the same supplier, and unfortunately all those multiple invoices are not reflected, I mean not available on 2B. So you will get such record vendor wise. So we have grouped vendor wise, month wise, and the vendor wise, so that easily it is traceable for you also. And secondly, the quick action, follow up action quickly with the vendor, what we did it on the same moment, system give you the option to directly drop the mail to the vendor along with the list of those invoices which is not available in to be, and those are purchased from him. So he has to give the immediate reply against those invoices. So what we did, on a single click, the immediate mail drop to your supplier, to your vendor, along with the list of all this, match invoices. And there is a standard, content is there. That is again configurable for the mail body. And you will immediately drop the mail to the customer, to your vendor, right? So mail option is directly given over here, just on a one click. This. Yeah, and even on a one click also, now all the vendors which comes in this category, in a one click also, the mail will be dropped respectively to every individual vendor also automatically. So that means in one click, the mail will drop to all the vendors, or one by one also you can do the mail option from here also. So both options are there. Now the last bucket is not available in PR. So not available in 2B is crucial because you have to take the follow-up. You have to verify it with your supplier. But not available in purchase, that means the record which is uh, downloaded in the 2B and it is not available in PR, and you are also very sure that this is our purchase record, but why it is not available in purchase. So again, there is again multiple possibility that maybe your purchase department is not received the invoice, or they may receive the invoice but miss to enter the invoice into the system. That's why the invoice record is not available, or any other scenario, or any other another possibility. But then those also need to be reported to our purchase department or our accounts department, whoever, like who is taking care to do entry the purchase into the system, right? So for that also, vendor wise, if we come across any such records that the 2B has been, in a 2B file, the records are available, but their counter record is not available on the on our purchase side. So mailing to our purchase department option is also given, and you can do the directly mail to your purchase department also. Kindly do verify the list of these invoices which is available on 2B, but it's not available in our purchase, right? So they can immediately take the necessary action for that. So this multiple buckets will helps you lot to not only, properly reconcile all your purchase record, but definitely its major impact is on the right ITC, or the most precise ITC. That is the main objective, because immediately after, GSTR 1 uploading on 11th, immediately the 2B file is available, and before 3B, we have to properly verify it, we have to properly reconcile it, and so that the proper and exact ITC we can able to claim. So in the ITC claim post this reconciliation process, system will give you the full, first of all, the summary, like as per the as per the 2B and as per the purchase, what is the ITC available, or the how much ITC you are in a position to claim, right? That summary is there, but at the same time, in the bottom we can see the bifurcation also, that every component wise, like CGST, SGST, and IGST wise, you have the bifurcation that what is the current, ITC has been identified, or computed by the system, and what is comes under the delay. Now, what is the difference in between this current, delayed, and pending? So current is the current month computed ITC by which has been again, as per the 2B and purchase. But the delayed is nothing but like last month. So previously in the 2B, or in the sometime it may be missed because the record is not available in 2B, or sometime it is a miss because not available in PR. We have just discussed that not available in 2B and not available on PR. So after like reporting not available in 2B and not available in PR, it's not possible to immediately take action on that. Again, we required to, have a follow-up, and then we got the proper response. So those records, such records will be settled in the next month, right? So such ITC is separately showing in the delayed column. And currently, how much such records, again, due to this not available in 2B or the PR, so those will be identified in the pending. So mainly we are in a position to take a current and delayed figure ITC for the current month. But definitely if from the total current month's figure, how many which is goes to the pending category. So those also separately categorize, right? So this bifurcation also give you a very firm and the proper precise idea about the ITC. And finally, once this ITC is get computed, on the basis of this ITC computation, you will get the 3B system generated. We have one more option, in fact, in the reconciliation, that is the reconciliation of 2B PR as well as with IMS also. So recently government has introduced invoice management system, IMS. So in case if you are using IMS and time to time taking the action on the IMS portal about all the available, purchase invoices. If you accept it timely, then those records will be comes with a status as a reconcile or the match records. And we have, while performing this reconciliation, so that time as per the IMS also, how many records which is already we have identified as a match records, or we may like sometime reject also. So based on the IMS also, the reconciliation will be properly get managed in this tool. So both options are there. And once this reconciliation is properly get managed, then you will get the 3B system generated, completely system generated 3B over here. Now, even while getting generate 3B, we have again here also the multiple option that before reconciliation, how the 3B has a figures, and after reconciliation also, because after reconciliation, the only those records which is clearly has reconcile or found their match in 2B and purchase, only those will be reflected in the 3B. So before 2B, what is before 2B reconciliation, what is the 3B, and after 2B reconciliation, what is the 3B impact? Both you can check over here in this 3B calculation, and here you can finalize your 3B. So proper as per the GSTN format, you will get system generated 3B over here section wise. Even the summary figures, if you want to get verified, there is a view option is also given. So their counter records or the counter, supporting records, you will immediately get reflected on your screen. So the summary figures, which is reflected on the 3B, there multiple records will be available on a single click. So if you want to verify those summary figure, you can even check with the help of view option also. So once 3B is properly completed or properly, done or finalized here, you can save it and then do process the 3B upload and return filing activity also in the return section. But before that, we have, ITC dashboard. We have, this ITC dashboard also, give you the proper study and the detailed study, so that very carefully you can see all the figures, all the details under this ITC dashboard also. So as we already discussed, even like as per the 3B and as per the 2B and as per the purchase, the summary figure and their details. So that also you can check it and then complete or finalize your 3B. And once the 3B is completed, the same activity as we seen for the GSTR1 filing, the same way you can proceed your GST return for GSTR 3B also. Now there are so many comparison reports on the annual basis are also available. the mismatch in the GST return in between the GSTR 1 and 3B. So this full annual report you will get available over here, which you can export in Excel also, or you can directly view on a screen also. So both options are also, for example, like a mismatch in GST return. Now mismatch in GST return also have a multiple subject like mismatch in between the GSTR 1 and 3B. This is the most crucial topic, which is mainly comes in the while finalizing the annual return. So before GSTR, finalizing the annual return, usually even like monthly also, the comparison between the GSTR 1 and 3B is very mandatory. If we carefully do this comparison regularly on month-to-month basis, then there is very rare possibility that you come across the problem on the annual return. But otherwise, annually also system will perform the uh, you know uh, comparison in between GSTR 1 and 3B. So that difference, and even system identify the differences also. So along with the differences, you will immediately get tracked those difference points so that we can correct those figures also, so that we can proceed smoothly our annual return activity, that is GSTR 9. So GSTR 1 and 3B comparison, GSTR 1 and e-way bill comparison, GSTR 1 and e-invoicing, right? So this comparison mainly to check the mismatch throughout the financial year, throughout the year, that is available over here. Similarly, we have another comparison, that is the excess or ineligible input tax credit, right? Similarly, non-filing or late filing of the returns. So these comparisons are also available, and all these comparisons are on the annual basis. Then we have a CFO dashboard. So where, this is again very important to monitor mainly by the department head as a CFO. They have their dashboard so that they can very quickly have the figures in a graphical mode also. And the most critical, subjects that we try to cover up here in this dashboard are like a ITC delayed, ITC on import. So these are such critical issues which is to be monitored very quickly, immediately by the CFO. So that's why the separate this dashboard has been created so that they can monitor on regular basis. Now, once this reconciliation is also done and our ITCs will also get properly check and finalize, and 3B has been already finalized. So we have like already said, like the return activity is same, that we can just come to the 3B section and same upload the data and do the return filing activity the similar way as we done for the GSTR 1. Now, in case if you have a multi-state presence, or if you dealing with a multi-GST number for your organization due to the multi-state presence. So we have a GSTR 6 and we have complete workflow process for GSTR 6 also. So first you have to identify the GSTR numbers come under the ISD. So ISD GSTR number wise system allow you to mark the purchase under the ISD GSTR number, and as per the turnover wise, it will allow you to distribute the entire purchase that we have booked into the system and distribute it as per the turnover ratio of the different GSTN number. So the total expenses or the total purchase will be get distributed so that every individual GSTN wise, the ITC figure will be get distributed and proper claim will be get managed. So entire process to run the ISD is given in a system. So you can manage even your GSTR 6 also. So based on this, purchasing the all ISD purchase and then its distribution turnover ratio wise, and after that preparation of your GSTR 6 and its return filing. So entire process is given over here, right? So this way the mainly the monthly returns are nothing but the GSTR 1, 3B, and 6. And in case if you are like comes under the composite category, then for composite category also system has taken care. So according to that, I mean, for the composite category, returns is also get generated. And then the annual return, that is GSTR 9. So even like in a comparison also, we have seen like annual return, I mean the mismatches. So before like come to the GSTR 9, it's always recommendable that we should first verify those mismatches and gap and do overcome those things, so that post I mean that mismatch, we come into this annual return. So in an annual return also, all the sections are available, so that section wise properly the auto-populated data and the system-generated data will be get managed, and period-wise you will get all your near annual returns like GSTR 9, 9A, and 9C. So all will be system generated over here. Even we have a dashboard. GSTR 9 dashboard is also available over here. There, the complete annual returns figures, the complete picture is on your dashboard screen. So you have the full your annual returns. Even that also you can generate section wise. So complete your annual return will be get generated from here. And once it is get verified, then the same by uploading and do process the return filing activity from here itself, you can complete your annual return also by uploading the data, and then finally by return filing activity, you can proceed your annual return also. So complete your monthly return as well as annual return will be get managed here in the system. Then on the soft GST, we have IMS portal also, which is integrated with the IMS portal, so that the activity you can very easily perform and manage over here, so that your reconciliation efforts will be less. If you regularly use the IMS, then automatically because you are finally settled down day by day your inward transaction through IMS. So while doing the reconciliation only, you have to concentrate only very few number of purchase records which has been pending, I mean, which is not been covered up in the IMS, then only those record you can check in the reconciliation. So we can say like partially the reconciliation activity you can manage in the IMS. So in IMS, immediately you will get, I think maximum 36 to 48 hours, the records, purchase records is get reflected on IMS. So it is available on IMS. So you can take the action against those records. So the complete IMS module is given through dashboard. You can settle down the transactions and process this IMS activity. Similarly, we have e-way bill and e-invoices also given, so that e-invoice also you can manage on a real-time basis from the system. But only thing is to manage e-invoice regularly, you need to import your sales register very frequently. So then only, I mean, it will help you to quickly and easily generate the e-invoices. Even we have a single e-invoice generation option is also there, and bulk e-invoice also option is also there. So in a bulk also, for a multiple your sales invoice, system will shoot the request to get generate the IRN number. And finally, after getting generate the IRN number and along with the QR code, system allow you to print even invoice from here also. So configurable even format is also given, so that you can manage your e-invoice activity as well as the e-way bill activity also. So both modules are already there, so that it will cater all, GST related, all the activities on a one platform, on a single platform. So the complete solution or the complete, uh, you know, process has been covered on the soft GST, which will take care the entire your GST return, GST compliances. So from my side, I have tried to cover up all the features which has been available on the GST on the soft GST solution for related to the GST compliance.
Thank you. Sandhya ma'am and Nitin sir, for the helpful session on SoftGST. Thank you to all the participants for joining us today.